Hi, and welcome to Drew's News, where if you snooze, you lose. Before we begin, let's tune into Jesus with the weather.
I fucking hate my job.
Thank you, Jesus. Now on to our next news article with Andrew Winslow. Thank you, Andrew. Hi, I'm Andrew, and today we're going to be talking about the gym goer's worst fear, alcohol. Or is it really that bad? We'll find out. If working out and drinking alcohol pertains to you, or if that describes your lifestyle, we're going to find out how well do they blend. Is there a way to balance both? The con number one of alcohol is that it can lower your testosterone levels. However, this was only proven scientifically with chronic and heavy drinkers. So, as long as your plans for the night don't consist of blacking out, you should be alright. Con number two, it can lead to weight gain. At the end of the day, a calorie is a calorie, and by the first law of thermodynamics, energy can be neither created nor destroyed, only transformed. Alcohol is roughly 7 calories per gram. Therefore, if that puts you into a caloric surplus, you will gain weight, and vice versa. It is also important to note that alcohol is empty calories, basically meaning that they don't consist of any nutritional value. Con number 3, it can interfere or slow down muscle growth. This occurs through what is known as protein synthesis, basically the digesting of protein, which as we all know is a big macronutrient which helps gain muscle. Additionally, alcohol is metabolized in the liver. Alcohol... Security! Get this man off my set! Sorry about the disturbance. Security has taken care of him. Now where was I? Alcohol is metabolized in the liver. Your body sees alcohol's presence as a poison and therefore stops metabolism, sorry I cannot speak right now, of anything else, such as protein synthesis, carbs, fats, all that good stuff. Therefore, because you are hungry when you're drunk, I wouldn't know. With that being said, therefore, any calories while one eats while intoxicated will now be stored as fat instead of being broken down into its micronutrients needed for muscle growth. Con number 4, it can affect performance the next day. The biggest strike on alcohol consists of how it affects one the next day. Through the combination of sleep quality, recovery, dehydration, and hangovers, alcohol really is working against the goal of building muscle. Before anything else, alcohol leads to dehydration, which can explain those frequent trips you take to the bathroom in the club all the time. Through urination and the lack of drinking water, the fact that one loses more water than they gain while drinking is what ultimately leads to dehydration. Through the effect of dehydration and electrolyte imbalance, mixed with a toxin known as acetaldehyde, which is found in alcohol, which is what you're consuming, that is what equates to a hangover the next morning. With the symptoms of fatigue, sluggishness, and not feeling motivated, hangovers lead to a much smaller chance of going to the gym. And no gym equals no gains. On top of that, alcohol consumption affects sleep quality. While you may find it easier to fall asleep while intoxicated, the sleep that comes with it is much more poor quality. So knowing all of this, what can you do about it? Well, I'm glad you asked. So here we go. Step 1, it all comes down to moderation. Watch how much you drink. Obviously don't do it every day. And if you don't drink heavily, most of these will not apply to you. Step 2, watch what you eat/drink. Even a moderate consumption of alcohol inhibits the production of leptin, which is the hormone in charge of making you feel full. This is why it is common to become really hungry after the consumption of alcohol. While being under the influence of alcohol could lead to quick and irrational decisions such as consuming unhealthy and extra calories, reversing one's hard work in the gym earlier that day. This can be atoned for. For example, one could choose drinks of less fat, including rum and Coke Zero as a popular choice. Additionally, when those late night munchies come around, after a few drinks in, it is important to make conscious decisions of what you're going to eat. As we have settled through the law of thermodynamics, as long as you're eating the right number of calories, you will build muscle. Step 3, plan ahead. To compensate for the inhibited recovery that comes with a night of drinking, one should maximize the amount of time between drinking alcohol and going to the gym. This can be done by scheduling a rest day. Similarly, if one knows they are going to spend the night out at the bar with some friends, they may satisfy drinking those extra calories by enforcing a stricter diet throughout the day. Because alcohol leads to a higher storage in fat, one should limit the amount of fats they plan on eating throughout the day if they're going to drink that night. Step 4, drink lots of water. Further, to compensate for alcohol's effect of dehydration, It is recommended to consume a lot of water before, during, and after your cocktails. To conclude, overall, alcohol is harmful on the body, and therefore it could hinder your gains from being made. Therefore, there is no direct yes or no answer to whether or not alcohol alone keeps muscle from being built. It really depends on the individual. So, while it is not advised, building muscle while consuming alcohol is still very achievable, and for most drinkers is something that they really shouldn't be too concerned about. Therefore, it is not necessary to sacrifice a part of one's life that they enjoy just to seek out a few ounces of muscle. Cheers.